Hi, I'm Simon, and today we're going to take a look at the new databases function. So for a while now, we have had the database action, which allows you to connect to databases. And we've seen a lot of customers use this because it's, of course, very useful to store data and retrieve data when you're building workflows on Webhook.site. So to make all this easier, we've decided to build the databases function, which supplies you with a fully featured Postgres compatible database. And of course, Webhook.site will manage and scale this database for our customers. So you don't have to think about database updates and security and all that stuff that comes with running your own database. So in this demo, we're going to see how you create and manage your database and how you connect to it with custom actions, either the database action or the JavaScript action. And databases are also available on the WebhookScript action. So let's first create the database and call it demo. And in our example, we will be creating a simple users database. And in our table, we want a name column and an email column. And in our console here, we can execute queries, and you can also manage your table and create more columns and modify columns, etc. using the console. So what we want to do now is to insert some data, and you can of course insert data via the console. But in this case, we have our example URL here, and we have a couple of requests with a little bit of data. And we want to insert that into our database. So let's select the database query here and select our database, and we can write an insert statement. So insert into users, and it's of course auto-completed. And we can copy the parameters from here and like that, and then test. And we should be able to see the data here. Then what you can do is you can, of course, select some data. So let's do that. And then we can remove this parameter and run it again. And you can see some variables have been created here containing the data and also the JSON of the data. And just to show it via scripting, we can create a JavaScript action and select our database, something like that. And you can see the data here. And if we select something that doesn't exist, we'll get an error. And you can check whether this error key is set. You can also insert data and use parameters. So you can do something like this. You can add an object that contains the parameters. And you can use the get function to get the variables here. Something like that. Okay, so now that's inserted. So let's go back to the database and see our user again here. And we can select another one. And another one was inserted. That's a quick demo of databases, how to create and manage your database and how to use it using custom actions. And of course, you also have the API, so you can create and modify your databases and send queries to your database using the WebhookSite API. You can just go here, and we have some examples here. It's very simple to use. So yeah, that's it. That's WebhookSite Databases. Thanks for watching.